SevereMMA, and we're alongside Jake Constantinou. Congratulations.
Thank you, mate.
Fight UK welterweight champion. Let's be honest, I could tell by the end of the fight you would have liked your opponent perhaps to put up a little more, but you did everything you needed to do in there. Talk us through that finish.
There's not really much to talk through from the finish. He's just told me now that he's got metal in his leg and his knee hit the canvas and he tweaked his knee. Obviously felt like I was controlling the fight up until then. I wanted to get a stoppage from me, on my own terms. Obviously that's not the way it went, so I was frustrated through that. I just want everyone to know that I wasn't matched to fight Tyler Thomas. I was matched to fight 6-0 amateur, 1-0 pro from Exiles MMA. And then yesterday morning got told that he was in hospital with dehydration. So Tyler Thomas stepped in on 24 hours notice. Don't want anybody to think that I'm being matched with easy fights or anything. We're simply a last minute replacement, and that was the result.
Well, we know in the UK we do have those journeymen that come around and bail out fight cards with 24 hours notice, and you did a professional job in there. You went in and you finished them quick. Yeah. It's been a pretty busy 3 weeks for you. I say 3 weeks, but then you'll have had a camp for this on top of that.
Yep.
Come on, let's talk about why you took it so easy on Almas. Yeah, you took it easy on him. He knows it. Selena knows it. The WWE know it.
Okay, so obviously I was in camp for this, doing my 6 weeks, and I got a call up 10 days, 2 weeks out from the WWE being in the UK. They asked me to come down to Raw and SmackDown, and on a few hours' notice got told I was wrestling Andrade Cien Almas. Obviously didn't go too well for me. Didn't manage to get the win, but I just thought it's gonna have to take out on someone else a few weeks later. Eh?
Hey, look, having watched, it looked like you took it easier on Cien than you did in the cage tonight. So he's a lucky boy. Look, is this something you've come out to the Shield theme forever?
Yep.
I know you're a WWE fan, a wrestling fan.
Yep.
Are we gonna lose you to the WWE? Is that a route?
If the WWE want me, I'll be there in a heartbeat. Literally, they could phone me right now, and I'd hop on a plane over there. Whether it's WWE UK, whether it's UK MMA, I'll be wherever the fight is, mate.
So you're gonna become our Brock Lesnar?
I could be. I could be the British Brock Lesnar. No doubt. Well, I think I'm currently the only active professional wrestler and professional MMA fighter in the UK.
Yeah, I know we had Jack Gallagher, but I'm not sure he fought pro.
He wasn't a pro. Still, and also the only active professional wrestler, professional MMA champion, amateur MMA champion, and grappling champion as well. So, I've got plenty of credentials.
It does seem that people don't talk about Jake Constantinou perhaps as much as they should in terms of the UK MMA circles. There's a lot of guys who have done the IMMAF who are getting some love. Jake Constantinou, not so much. Why do you think that is? Do you need to be more active and get yourself out there, or what do you think that is?
I think being more active would help, but it's all about exposure. It's all about the shows you're on. The guys getting talked about are Bama and Cage Warriors. I'm still staying on the small town shows, but I'm just happy getting my experience. I still think, obviously, before today, I'm still fighting decent guys. I'm still racking up my wins, becoming a champion. So I don't see why I shouldn't be getting the attention those guys are, but I just think it's because of the platform they're on, compared to the platform I'm on.
I'm not going to ask you to talk shit, because I know it's not you, but what makes sense for you next? You got to be looking at some of these Cage Warriors and Bama, welterweights and going, look, guys, it's nice you got the spot, but it's mine.
Yeah, I've spoken to Bama and Cage Warriors in the past, and there's been talks of contracts and ticket sales and whatnot, and it's just something I'm not really looking to get into too much, sign-in with a single promotion. There's loads of things I'd like to do in MMA. If someone in Japan called me up and wanted me over in Japan, that would be amazing. Like Brave, they're going all over the world. That would be incredible. I don't think, the end of the line isn't just Bama and Cage Warriors. There's loads of things out there I'd like to do, so I don't want to just pigeonhole myself to one show.
So I look at somebody like a Mike Grundy who's getting experience fighting in Japan, fighting in Pancrase, fighting all over the place. Is that the kind of route you want to take in?
Yeah. I'll be anywhere and everywhere. It's all about the experience for me. I don't want to do 5 fights on one show. I want to go all over. If it's fighting internationally, I love doing that. I did that loads as an amateur, and it was a great experience. Whether it's fighting on different shows with more exposure, I just want to get around a little bit. But obviously, the WWE UK as well. I've got to put my time into that. The UK tournament is in like 2 weeks, I think, 10 days at the Royal Albert Hall.
Are you quietly on the sidelines?
No, I didn't get a phone call for that. But the next UK tournament that comes up, I don't see why England's only pro MMA fighter and professional wrestler shouldn't be on the next WWE tournament.
I absolutely agree with you, Jake. It is always a pleasure catching up with you. Before I let you go, one last question. It's June. How many more, ideally, would you said you want to stay out there. How many fights this year in a perfect world?
It depends. It depends on what else comes up. It depends what's happening in my professional wrestling. It depends what opportunities come up for me. It depends what shows want me, what matches I'm offered. Obviously, I want to try and stay away from the kind of opponents I got tonight. But I think Fight UK is back in November. Might look to retain this.
And finally, this is not MMA, but, like I said, I thought you took it easy on Amos in there. You didn't use any of the MMA. You stayed within the rules of pro wrestling. That was really gentlemanly of you. If you were going to cut a promo on him, how would it sound?
It would sound like I took Andrade Cien Almas on about 4 hours' notice. Give me a full camp. Give me a few weeks to prepare for him. Might go a different way.